Welcome everybody to match day 3 here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. And this match is between the visiting Falmouth Navigators and your Portland Bulldogs. Both of these teams coming in with 2 wins and no losses on the season. So this should be a great match between these two teams.
Yeah, and we just saw the second half of the JV Portland-Falmouth game, and that ended in 0-0. And so, I mean, both programs from top to bottom, JV to varsity, some really good players. And some of them, you know, on the JV team are good enough to play on the varsity team, but there just isn't enough room. There's so many good players.
And both of these teams might have 2 wins on the season, but they are in completely different ends of the spectrum. Falmouth coming in with 13 goals for and none allowed. And so they've been on the easier end of the 2 wins, whereas Portland has only 2 goals for and also no goals against. But both wins have come in overtime. And so, I mean, we'll see who concedes first.
Well, and the thing is that, you know, and you speak of both sides of the coin here, Portland, with their 2 wins and only scoring 2 goals, shows strength, defense, and resilience. And so they know what it takes to really work hard and keep the other team out of the net. So I think for Falmouth, this is going to be a tough matchup, because if they have to face the defense of this Portland team, it may not be as easy, as you said, to score 13 goals.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, for Portland, they were at South Portland in their last game, and they won it in overtime. And for Falmouth, they played against Massabesic and won 11-0. So both teams wanting to continue this winning streak for this season. But yeah, we'll see which team, like I said, concedes first. Both teams have yet to allow a goal.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be a great matchup.
And so we'll see who wins between the Navigators and the Bulldogs. And we'll be back for player introductions and the national anthem.
On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students, we welcome you to Fitzpatrick Stadium. This morning's match between the visiting Navigators from Falmouth High School and our own Portland High School Bulldogs. Players and coaches on the field strongly advocate good sportsmanship, and we ask that you treat everyone with courtesy. Cheer for your team and not against the other team. Treat officials with respect and be appropriate language in the game. Now for today's starters. First, the visiting Navigators. Number 1, Ian Wall. Number 3, Wyatt Carlson. 4, Griffin Clark. 6, Hayden Davis. 8, Evan Williams. 9, Simon Kissett. 11, Connie Carter. 12, Ian Kissett. 14, Sam Green. 20, Charlie Prescott. In goal for the Navigators, Hayden Gordon. Following the coach by Mr. David Howard. Now to the Portland Bulldogs. Number 1, Osvaldo Silva. Number 3, David Alonso.
Here we go for the start of the game. Falmouth starting out with the ball. Portland in their dark blue with white numbers. And Falmouth in their whites with blue numbers. An early turnover. Mayo, and it's taken away.
Yeah, and you have to hope that this game is not going to be decided by a takeaway. You'd want it to be decided by an awesome pass and then a goal.
It's saved from going out. And an early foul for Falmouth. One minute down. It's kicked in, headed away. And Portland will get a throw in. Mayo gets the ball back for Falmouth, but it's kicked right to Portland. And Portland will switch sides of the field. It's kicked into the corner. And it was Kian Long kicking it out.
And you can see the physical play already. Going for the ball. Nothing to call a foul on, but it's definitely very physical.
And over the net was Mamusi with the shot. Falmouth getting the ball up quickly. And it's Moss not able to get it back up the field. It's crossed in and over the head of everybody. It's crossed back in. And Robles able to scoop it up.
Yeah, that was a nice touch by the Falmouth player to kick it backwards. It was just a little too hard for his teammate to get to. But those are the kind of plays that can get you goals.
It's in the corner. Oh, and there was a collision. And we have a player down. Nope. It was David Mwangu who got clipped.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, the physical play, but it's not a foul. They were both going for the ball and just ran into each other.
Portland having some early passing to keep possession. That stays in. And that's a foul on Portland. Mayo. Sometimes when you have the possession, you want to keep it for long enough so you're not running up and down the field. And it's booted high into the...
Yeah, it looks like Portland's having a little difficult time with getting the ball where it needs to be. And, you know, that'll come as they play this game, but they need to be careful with the turnovers.
And couldn't quite connect on that pass.
I mean, Falmouth is definitely moving the ball up.
And Falmouth trying to create a chance there, but Portland up to the task at preventing any great chance. And a high kick.
Yeah, you could hear the groan from the crowd. Got to be real careful with those ones. I mean, now, you know, the thing about soccer is there's no head protection, and now I think they're not even required to wear mouth guards. So you definitely have to be real careful.
Brought down by Mwangu. And it's a throw in for Portland. Hatton Bat will take it. It's up the field. And off of Mwangu. It's kicked into the corner. And
is that a corner for Portland?
it's going to be a corner for Portland.
Okay.
So the first corner for either team. Silva creating the opportunity for the corner, putting pressure on Falmouth. It's crossed in, and it was Barry coming out, punching it. Sometimes that's what you want in a goalkeeper, to come out strong off your line.
Yeah. I mean, the job of the goalkeeper is not to catch the ball, just keep the ball out of the net any way possible. And so punching is perfect.
And trying to get it in the corner to Criswell. It's a little too hard. Silva, and couldn't quite get it to Mwangu.
Yeah, I mean, that was direct on the goalie, and only one near the ball was the goalie.
And Zhao trying to fend off two defenders, keeping possession, but it's taken away.
Wow, I don't know how he kept that in, but a Falmouth player kept that in.
And it's a turnover. Zhao will keep possession.
He's got to get it over to a teammate. Oh, jeez, just a little short.
Portland now having possession on Falmouth's side of the field.
Yeah, they're winning the turnover battle. So this is good for Portland.
First touch in space. And it's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, the Falmouth player pushed him into the net.
I think that was Caden Barry who took the feet right out from underneath David Mwangu. So an early chance for Portland.
Well, and the Portland players need to remember.
Ronan Moss taking the penalty kick. And I think that was a...
Are they just switching for the penalty kick?
I think it was a yellow card, so you got to take the... You got to take the player off.
Wow. And so as we saw in the girls' game against Falmouth, Portland girls, you can't assume it's going to go in. If the goalie blocks it, you got to rush.
And Moss will step up and misses it. And the Caden Barry will come back on.
Wow. Well, that happens on every level of soccer, not just high school. I don't know how many times we've seen so many games, Seth, on TV.
Yeah, in people, I think people look at penalty kicks and they think they're easy, and there's a lot that goes into taking one.
Yeah.
What side of the goal do you want to kick it? What speed do you want to kick the ball?
Yeah, and the most important key thing.
And that is going to be a foul. And we have a Falmouth player down on the collision. And so...
Well, just now he's getting up, so that's good. I think maybe had the wind knocked out of him. But anyway, getting back to the penalty kick. The most important thing is getting your brain to work with your foot. Because sometimes the brain knows where the ball wants to go, but sometimes the foot just doesn't cooperate.
And sometimes you overthink it. Mwangu will get it in the corner. And it's booted out. Moss will try to get it to Pedro, but Portland will keep possession.
26 minutes left to go in the first half of this match.
Mwangu will try to kick it back. Portland will keep possession.
That almost could have been a penalty. It looks like he tried to pull him down.
Antonio can't keep possession, and it's going to be a throw-in for Portland.
Oh, no, he switched it. It's Falmouth. No, wait a minute. Is it Portland? It looked like he switched it, unless he's just pointing.
I think there was subs.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And it's going to be a goal kick for Falmouth. Yoon trying to get it to Clayton Hickey. Out of bounds. Portland throw.
Oh, nice back heel.
And that's booted up the field. And Portland will get the ball back. And it's going to be another throw for Portland. Booted high, taken down by Pedro.
Nice footwork to stop the ball.
Pedro will cross back to the other side of the field, and another great touch by Antonio. It's in the corner. It's going to be crossed in, but couldn't quite get his footing.
Yeah, just couldn't get around the ball on that one.
Great footwork by Mwenda. It's in! The goal scored by Paulo Zhao.
What a battle. And the battle was won by Portland.
Yeah, Baptista Mwanda with some great footwork to beat a couple of Falmouth defenders. And Paulo Zhao coming in to finish the job for Portland.
Well, two things happened here. Portland took the lead, and Falmouth gave up their first goal. Boy, that he didn't quit on it. And you know, that's the thing, is you really got to work hard. And Portland's definitely worked hard.
And it's going to be a foul on Portland. And also, this is Portland's first regulation goal of the season.
Oh, so three things happened. You're right. They actually scored a goal in regular time. Well.
And Nkanza trying to get another goal for Portland.
Yeah, right
but
at the
Barry
goalie.
Pedro getting it to the middle of the field. Some great passing for Portland into the corner for Mwangu Zhao. Pedro. And it's going to be a Portland throw.
Well, and
nope. No, it is going to be a Portland throw.
And now Portland can play with a little bit more, I don't want to say reckless abandonment, but definitely some more pressure knowing they have the lead.
And a turnover and the long-range shot by Nkanza is wide.
21 minutes left to go in the first half. Portland with a 1-0 lead.
It's in the corner for Nkanza. It's crossed in, and no one there for Portland on the other side of the field.
Wow, and the Falmouth player kept it in instead of letting it go out for a throw-in.
But it's another foul on Portland. It's a long boot, and Moss heading it out. Halfway through the first half. It's crossed in, and it took a deflection off of Portland, so Falmouth will get their first corner. And it's going to be taken by Kian Long. It's crossed in. And it's kept in. And great speed to keep that in by Nkanza. Yoon. Get it taken away.
Pace seems like it's definitely picking up a little bit.
Switched to the other side of the field to Pedro. Great give and go between Zhao and Pedro. And it's going to be a foul on Portland. Just over 18 minutes to go. It's taken away by Hickey. Pedro and Robles will run out to get the ball. And it's booted up the field.
Oh!
And
Oh!
It stayed in.
They got to play it. Oh, no. Falmouth waiting to see if it would go out of the back, but it didn't.
It's kept in. And that was David Mwangu trying to get there before Barry did. Couldn't quite get a lighter touch on it to just chip it over the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, the hustle to go get that and try to coordinate what you just said didn't happen is very tough. But you do see it a lot. The goalie just comes out a little bit too far, and a chip over the top of the goalie.
Yoon getting the turnover. And miscommunication from Falmouth with their best chance of the day. Pedro booting it up the field.
I know you could hear the Falmouth crowd groan on that one because they had it wide open and two players went for the ball at the same time and muffed it.
Yeah, that was Evan Mayo trying to lay it off to one of the Falmouth players, but I think there was that miscommunication, and both tried to kick it at the same time.
And that would have been a nice shot on goalie by either one of them because it was wide open. Well, and those are the opportunities that you really, in a game like this against this team, Portland, that you can't let it go. You know, you can't let those ones go. Just as we saw with trying to loft the ball over the goalie's head of Falmouth. You know, sometimes those plays, you need them.
And another foul on Portland.
Well, it's a good thing this is not like basketball, and after 10 fouls, you get a penalty kick instead of 2 free throws.
Pedro bringing it down and doing a great job at preventing Alex Lemand trying to get that ball. I mean, as a defender, just keeping any player from the ball and letting it roll out of bounds for the goal kick is essentially better than playing it and potentially having a turnover in the goalie box.
Yeah, and if you can do that and keep the defender away, you know, that you remember that. And next time the defender comes around, you can play them a certain way even if you're not around the goal. Oh, nice tap.
And it's kicked out of bounds, so Portland will get the throw.
I mean, you could see some fancy passing here by Portland. Oh, no. Oh, he got it back.
And we got a player down. And it looked like knees were hit together. That's one of those things where any bone-on-bone contact going at full speed is not pleasant.
Yeah, and soccer's a contact sport.
Falmouth will get the ball. And Pedro will intercept the pass. Back to Maboyi. And off the back of Christie, Nikanza, and a legal slide tackle to get the ball away from Nikanza.
Yeah, he juked the Falmouth defender and almost got a free run into the goal.
Under 12 to go in the first half. Great passing from Portland. Kanza. And couldn't quite get it back to him.
Yeah, trying to sneak it between two defenders. And Falmouth wasn't going to let that happen.
And for Portland, with just over 11 minutes to go in the first half, is looking like they want to slow the pace down a little bit, keep possession. And Pedro can't keep it from going out. Pedro boots it high into the air. Nikanza. Pedro will get it on the end line. It's trying to get it to Ramon Zanni. Couldn't quite get to it before it rolled out on the end line for a goal kick. Portland's had a couple of chances to double their lead.
Well, and the one thing, as we watch this first half unfold, is that Portland has sort of taken back the field advantage that Falmouth had the first 5-10 minutes of this match.
Ball's in the middle of the field. And Parr couldn't quite get anything with the possession. And Robles will waste some time on the clock. It's turnover taken by Criswell, and a great save by Marco Robles.
Yeah, those turnovers, as I said earlier, you can't let that happen because it took a great play to keep this still a 1-0 game. I mean, that was off the top of his fingertips.
Kian Long will take the second corner for Falmouth. And the only player for Falmouth that was close enough to get it was Ian Christie, but couldn't quite redirect it back towards the goal. And if you're Portland, this is why you need that second goal to give yourself some breathing room.
Yeah, because as much as Portland has been playing on Falmouth's half of the field, it took a play like that to almost
Another
score.
turnover. Criswell. Yoon. It's crossed back in. Pedro. And it's in. And that goal was scored by Wyatt Braun.
Yeah, as I was saying, Portland had control of the ball pretty well over the last 15 minutes, and then 2 turnovers and 1 led to a goal.
So that was scored with 6 minutes and 21 seconds left on almost another turnover. Falmouth with a lot of pressure. And this is where Portland, taking their foot off the gas pedal, has come back to haunt them.
And, you were saying that they were trying to run some of the clock out. And, as you could see in many sports, like basketball and football, as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it allows the other team to do what Falmouth just did.
And a free kick by Batista Mwanda. It's crossed in behind everybody and couldn't quite keep it in. 5 minutes to go. And a foul on Portland. Pedro turning around, booting it high into the sky. McKanza putting on the Jets. And off the back of the legs of Criswell, and Portland will get the throw in.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Falmouth. They had no one around them and the ball, but they still managed to kick it out of bounds off their own player, which is unfortunate.
Taken back by Portland. And Yoon getting it up to Criswell. 3 minutes to go. Pedro keeping it in. And it's going to be a foul on Falmouth. Pedro getting it to Silva. Silva trying to get around the defender, but Zhao.
Oh,
And booted high into the air.
almost a beautiful pass.
Minute and a half to go. Portland doing everything possible to keep Falmouth away from the net. Yoon will cross it in. And it's right to Robles. Yoon. 43 seconds left. And taken away. 30 seconds. Into the corner. And 10 seconds left. And the horn will sound for the end of the first half. And despite Portland having probably majority of the possession for the first half, this game is tied 1-1
Well, we're seeing a really, really good game. Ebbs and flows. Portland, towards the end, needs to make sure they keep control of the ball. Couple of turnovers. First one didn't cost them anything. Second one did.
And I think this game was broken. This first half was broken up into 3 different sections. I think the first third of the first half was both teams trying to figure each other out, and then I think the second third, Portland definitely dominated possession, had many chances to score. They had the penalty kick, and they scored with that great goal by Paulo João. They had multiple chances to get the second, but then I think Portland slowing the game down opened up a chance for Falmouth to score, and they had the first chance, which was saved by Robles, but those turnovers built up, and they ended up scoring. It was Wyatt Braun leveling things at 1.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play this game off your heels. You've got to be on your toes. And sometimes when you're playing backwards, you can get yourself in trouble. And I'm sure that the coach for Portland will have a little discussion. He's having a discussion now with his coaches, and they'll try to figure this out. But, we're seeing a great game. 2 great competitors, and both teams let up their first goal of the season. And so, we're back at level going into the second half, and I'm looking forward to that too. I was looking forward to this game, but I think the second half, the urgency, the flow, better footwork, better passing, and I think Portland will be in good shape.
Yeah, Falmouth probably talking about how to keep the momentum that they had at the end of the first half, and Portland probably going to talk about how to regain that momentum they had in the middle part of the first half, getting back to the quicker passes and getting the ball up the field. And so we'll see who can break the tie, but at the end of the first half, it's Falmouth 1, Portland 1, and we'll be back for second half action. Here we go for the start of the second half, putting 40 more minutes on the clock. Portland will start with possession. Getting it up the field. And it's going to be an early corner.
Wow.
That was great by Caden Berry to come out and prevent anything further than that. It's crossed in. Moss. And off the crossbar.
Oh, no.
David Mwangu. So Portland with 2 great chances with just under a minute played in the second half. And it looks like Portland keeping that momentum. Zhao in the corner. And Barry will scoop it up. And looks like over the back foul.
Yeah. Falmouth player had his hands on his shoulders, so the Portland player couldn't jump.
Pedro will kick it up the field and couldn't quite stay in.
Yeah, I mean, Portland is definitely trying to win this game with speed. If they just can connect with some of those passes, that speed's going to be perfect for them.
It's to the other side of the field. And Falmouth will get the ball back. Portland. It's crossed in. And Barry catching it.
Yeah, kind of acrobatic. Definitely an almost goal.
Bobo. Sam Yoon. Trying to get it to Mayo. Kick back to Robles. Robles will kick it up the field. Bobo. It's a turnover and great steal by Portland. Pedro bringing it up the sideline, and Bobo. It's back to Mbabo. And a foul on Portland. Yoon can't keep possession. It's
Offsides? No.
and David Mwangu trying to get the lead for Portland. 35 minutes left to go in this game. Bobo will stop and try to get it to the other side of the field. Taken away.
Yeah, that was read perfectly by Falmouth.
Pedro will get it up to Mwangu, and great defense by Hayden Davis to prevent Mwangu from crossing that towards the net.
Yeah, great block out.
Ball is being taken up by Ali Carter. And Moss will watch it roll out. And Carter with the slide tackle. Zhao bringing it down. Give and go. Zhao not able to get there, and it's booted.
Yeah, the Portland player just stopped for a second, and if he had just kept going, he would have caught up to it.
Silva. And it's a shot and over the net.
Well, he's probably figuring at this point, I got a good free shot at it. Why not take it? Sometimes you never know what happens on those ones.
Shot was taken by Mbabo. Yoon can't keep it for Falmouth. Portland definitely getting back to the pressure that they held in the first half. Babo back to Moss. Portland getting out of pressure on this side of the field. Silva will keep it. It's in to the corner, and it is out of bounds.
"31 minutes left to play in this match."
And Babo gets taken out, but it was deemed illegal.
Oh, nice self pass. And we're going to have a timeout for an injured player. I'm assuming it's not going to take long. He looks like he's getting back up. So we're at 31 minutes left in this match. It's 1-1.
Babo trying to, it's kept in by Mwangu. And it's a shot by Pedro, scooped up by Caden Barry. It's a turnover. Mwangu and miss hit. Silva able to keep it in for Portland, but Falmouth will regain possession. Yoon.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the brains and the eyes know where the ball needs to go. The foot just didn't cooperate.
Pedro. Getting it to Mwanda. And just behind Mamusi. Under 29 and a half to go. And it's a handball taken quickly by Portland. And Baptista Mwanda down Looked like he got stepped on his heel. Out to Silva. Zhao couldn't settle it down with 3 Falmouth defenders. Falmouth in the final third able to keep Portland from stringing passes together. Carter trying to get it into the corner. It's going to be a throw-in for Falmouth. And Mayo kicking it out of the end line. So a goal kick for Portland.
Well, and it took almost 13 minutes for Falmouth to get down that end of the field. Portland's put so much pressure on this half.
Just over 27 minutes to go in this game. Pedro fending off Hickey. Pedro able to get around him, but nothing more. Hickey chipping it over. And Wisink can't get anything to go, but it's going to be a corner for Falmouth.
And this could be dangerous.
Kian Long gonna take it. It's short and headed away by Moss. It's crossed back in. And it's a handball on Falmouth. In the corner, Hickey not able to get to it. It was kicked out of bounds. Moss will kick it up to Mwangu. And a collision. Falmouth will keep possession. And it's Ali Carter down.
We'll just stay with it a few seconds and see if he can get up. And he's up. And it looks like we're going to start up again.
It gets by Nakanza. And it's going to be a corner for Portland. It's a short corner. Nakanza. And Portland can't get anything going with that. Pedro with a nice spin move to get around the defender. Another one. Pedro. And it's going to be a free kick just outside of the goalie box.
All right, well, this should be interesting.
We'll see who stands at the ball. It's going to be a 4-man wall for Falmouth.
Poland's got to do a good job here on a rebound.
Moss will kick it. It's off the wall. Babo and Falmouth defending the free kick pretty well. Under 23 minutes to go. It's booted long. Moss heading it. Zhao getting it to Mwanda. And it's going to roll out for a goal kick.
Yeah, nobody there.
Quick goal kick. Mwangu. And kicking it out was Griffin Parr.
Great defense.
Quick throw in. Pedro goes over the head. It's a shot, and on the outside of the net by Baptista Mwanda. Taken away by Mbabo. Zhao, Babo, Wanda, Hattenbatch. Portland with some great passing to get the ball out of pressure and up the field. And nothing going there. And a shot, and just tipped over the net by Caden Berry.
Oh, gosh. And the Falmouth goalie, boy, I'll tell you, caught that just at the last second.
Mamusi trying to, with a long-range shot, and taking the corner is Baptista Mwanda. It's going to be right, tipped by Barry. And out of pressure. Zhao. Babo. And it's going to be another free kick. About 10 yards outside of the goalie box.
Poland with all the pressure this second half.
Under 19 and a half to go.
They just need to put something together.
And it's David Mwangu, the sole Portland player. He'll chip it over. And too high.
Yeah, I mean, Portland has had so many opportunities. And we've seen a couple of great saves today, by both goalies. And you can see why they're both undefeated.
Mayo kicking into the corner, and it's going to roll out. Pedro getting it to the middle of the field. And misplayed. And a foul on Portland. Free kick being taken by Griffin Parr. It's chipped in. Wanda. Zhao with open space. Mwango and Barry with a two-hand grab on the ball.
Man, it almost looked like he caught it behind his head, too. That's how quick it got in there. What a save.
Pedro getting there to kick it out.
Wow, that happened fast.
And headed out by Evan Mayo. .16 to go. Portland with all the momentum right now. It's crossed in, and just by the foot of Mwangu, but it is going to be a corner. It might have been touched by Barry, just enough to, it's a short corner. And out of bounds on Falmouth. And that's going to roll out.
Well, you have a feeling at some point something's going to happen for Portland. They've had all the momentum. They've had some great shots on goal. But, boy, the Falmouth goalie has kept them in this game. But we're running short on time here.
Taken down by Criswell. And Bobo will get it to Kanza. And a long-range shot is wide. Under 14 to go. And out of bounds. Zhao bringing it down. And Kanza will cross it in. And post to post on the goal line, but no Portland player able to be in the area to get ahead on that. Pedro trying to get it to was Nikanza. Portland just on the doorstep, but can't open the door. Silva can't get it to Zhao. Babo. And that's going to be booted up. Under 12 to go. And it's going to be a goal kick. Silva getting it to Mbabo. Crossing sides of the field. Nikanza able to get it up. Silva, and Silva couldn't quite get the ball out of the feet. Babo will get possession back. Pedro getting it back to the middle of the field. And misplayed by Kian Long. It's up quick. Kanza will get around the defender. He'll shoot it.
Boy, and you have a feeling that, Portland's going to eventually score, or Falmouth is going to get lucky and just get a break with so many Portland players down that side of the field. So Portland does have to be careful.
And it's going to be a throw-in for Falmouth. Under 9.5 to go.
But it's been all Portland this half.
Zhao. And crossing it. It's over the head. Pedro kicking it out. Falmouth able to string some passes together, but Kansas getting the ball back for Portland. Yoon to Cresswell. And it's out of bounds. There's a stoppage of play.
And the clock is ticking.
Yeah, there was no stoppage. It's Portland's throw.
Yeah, I think the referee was talking to a player or a couple of players.
Pedro able to cross it.
Ugh.
And it's going to be a goal kick under 6.5 to go.
Yeah, time is ticking away here.
And we are ticking ever so closer to another overtime for Portland, unless a team can score under 6 to go. Booted up the field. Bobo. Wanda. Over the head. It's Sam Yoon kicking it up the field. And Marco Robles. And Robles is back there hanging out with all the pressure Portland's had on Falmouth.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, a play like that just happened, that he got the ball, Portland's got to be careful that they don't allow Falmouth to get behind them.
It's crossed in, and it's going to be a goal kick. Just over 4.5 to go. Mwanda getting past the defenders, and Barry coming out to prevent the goal.
Once again, you know, however this game ends up, the right now, the player of this match has got to be the Falmouth goalie.
Yeah, Caden Berry has definitely kept Falmouth in this game. It's going to be Pedro taking it. It's a short throw. And it's going to take a deflection, and it's going to be a corner for Portland.
Portland needs to take advantage of this one right now.
It's going to be Baptista Mwanda taking the corner. It's on the far corner. Moss. And no Portland player there. It's booted out.
Time is ticking. They're trying to get a ball. Wow, all that time.
Booted up. Silva couldn't quite get to it. Falmouth will get possession. And it's going to be an offsides. And I don't know if they saw Charlie Cresswell was wide open on the other side of the field. 2 minutes to go. Kanza in the corner. And there's going to be a stoppage of play. Clock is started back up. And it's going to be a handball just outside of the goalie box. Just over a minute to go.
And was that on the goalie?
It was. As soon as he went outside of the goalie box, that's a handball. Ronan Moss taking the free kick. A two-man wall for Falmouth. It's crossed in, headed away. Under 40 seconds to go. Pedro, Babo. It's can't get anything going. $20 seconds to go. Babo, Silva. 10 seconds. And there's the buzzer for the end of the second half. It's tied 1-1. And so for those that do not know, in high school, there is overtime. And if the score is tied, they put at least 5 more minutes on the clock. And so it's now golden goal. If either team scores, the game is over. If neither team can score in the first 5 minutes, they put another 5 on the board. And so at the end of the 10 extra minutes, if neither team have scored, the game ends in a tie. And so we'll take a break, and we'll be back for the first 5 minutes of overtime. And here we go for the first overtime. Portland starting out with the ball. First goal wins. Bobo will deflects back to Portland foot. Bobo to Pedro. Mwanda. It's going to cross to McKenza. And out of bounds. Under 4 left in the first overtime. And Silva trying to do a half bicycle kick. It's over. And it's going to be a foul. Kanza with 2 Falmouth defenders splits them. And over the head of everyone, Pedro there. And it's going to be a Portland throw. It's a long-range shot, and it's going to take a deflection, so that is a corner. All the Portland players pointing to the corner. Corner is going to be taken by Baptista Mwanda.
All right, let's see what Portland does.
It's short. Kicked away by Griffin Parr. Carter. It's under 2 to go. Zhao getting the ball. And it's going to be a Portland throw-in. And off the head of Zhao, out of bounds. It's under a minute and a half.
It's amazing how fast these 5 minutes are in the overtime. And the ball got far away from the goalie, so he had to go quite the distance, and I'd say probably 20 seconds ran off the clock.
Not sure if Falmouth is content with just running the clock down the way Portland's had pressure. 36 seconds left in the first overtime. And misplay by Portland. 24 seconds. Carter with the ball, bringing it up in space. It's in the corner. It's crossed in. 7 seconds left. And the horn will sound for the end of the first overtime. And so we'll reset, put 5 more minutes on the clock, and we'll take a break. And here we go for the second overtime. Regardless of the outcome, this is the last 5 minutes of this game, and it's going to be a goal kick.
And I've noticed in the crowd are a lot of youngsters here to play flag football. So they want this soccer match over so they can stop playing. Oh, nice fake.
And can't keep it in.
Oh.
Antonio was right there. Off the back of Wyatt Braun. Pedro letting it go by. Give and go. Zhao. Three and a half minutes to go. Yoon. And gets the ball taken away. Kanza will get it into the middle of the field. Mwango, and it's going to be a corner.
Oh, all kinds of pressure.
And Baptista Mwanda is going to take the corner.
3 minutes left to go.
It's crossed in, and it's in! Portland!
Wow, nobody marked him up. Wide open.
And the goal was scored by Silvio Mboyi.
Wow.
And Portland living on the edge for the third game.
Jeez. Wow. Nobody marked him up. What a beaut. And that, I'm telling you, when you're kicking from the corner, you got to make those perfect too. And he kicked it perfectly to the goal scorer. Well, all I could say is the outcome of this game is exactly the way Portland played in the second half on. They were relentless. And if they hadn't have won this game, I think they would have been extremely disappointed because they played so hard in that second half, even in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, outside, I think, of like 10 minutes in this game, Portland had most of the pressure on Falmouth's side of the field.
Yeah, and as we talked about the Falmouth goalie, I mean, he's standing there anticipating here in overtime where the ball's going to go, but there was nothing he could do. He was just standing there as the ball went in because he has no idea where it's going to go, and where his players were at the time. It just happened so quick.
And I have to say that when Portland won in overtime the first game, you're like, oh, well, it's the first game. When you do it the second game, well, now you're starting to see a pattern. And now after the third game, being 3 wins, no ties, and no losses early on in the season, these type of games are going to help them when they go into the tournament to play these close games.
Well, and that's the key thing. You are so right on, because now they know that the first time they could do it, second time they could do it, and seriously, the third time they could do it, there is no let up with this team. No matter where they are, they have a great defense. And so the relentlessness of this team, and you could see them down there celebrating, proves that, yes, it's a long season, but if you start the season this way, I mean, the sky's the limit.
And obviously, none of the players want to go into overtime every single game, but when you come out with the win, you almost can take that deep breath of like, okay, we got through this one without getting a blemish on our record. But I think definitely going forward, they're probably going to want some games where they're winning 4-1. Some easy games here and there, and not have to go down to the wire every game.
Well, or just winning in regulation.
Yes.
We'll start there. How's that? We'll take a 1-0 regulation win and maybe some more scores somewhere down the road. But it was a great game.
And so goals today, the lone goal for Falmouth came in the first half by Wyatt Braun. It came off a turnover. And the 2 goals scored by Portland, one in regulation in the first half. Paulo Zhao off a great ball movement to get him the ball. And your overtime winner by Silvio Mboyi. And that goal took Portland over the top to win this 2-1 over Falmouth. And so Falmouth moving to two wins, 1 loss, and Portland moving to 3 wins, no losses. The next game for Falmouth is at Deering on Monday. And the next game for Portland is here at Fitzpatrick Stadium against Bonnie Eagle, also on Monday. And so we'll see if Portland can continue this winning streak. But winning goal came with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock in the second overtime. And so the Bulldogs come out on top over the Navigators 2-1 here on this Saturday matinee match. And saying so long, this has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time in overtime.